What is up, my boys and gals? Welcome to a new episode of Mythos and Psyche Explored. Today is going to be a bit different. I'm a drunk. I'm a junkie. I'm a pothead. I'm a loser. I'm not an evil man, although I've maybe done some slightly evil stuff, but I'm a fool. I'm a jackass. I'm a donkey. Ending with that positive note, well, it's not finished yet. I've done so many stupid stuff, followed so many roads that were dead ends, burned out all my energy. I've loved women who mistreated me, and made me lose all my faith in them. But I know it's not true. I know there's good women out there. I just have a very big problem on the inside, which makes me act like this crazy, weirdo, self destructive thing. And by now it has been so long that I'm starting to forget the time that I wasn't. Huh, isn't that curious? Anyway, let's talk about the topic of today, which is an abusive relationship. It's a trope because it's very common, and it's very common because it's very human. Mm, I still want her. I still love her. But she mistreated me, and then she went on fucking another dude. Still hard to believe how this is so easy for them to move on, so easy for them to switch. Still boggles my mind. The abuser usually is in pain themselves, which can stem from childhood trauma or just like a little bit of evil inside of them. But usually it's also taking vengeance for what other partners have done to them, but you can only take vengeance on people who care and are good for you, because people who don't care and are not good for you, well, you can't take vengeance on them because they don't care. You can't touch them. So you gotta take vengeance on the people who care and who have nothing to do with the original thing that made you suffer in the first place. That's actually really fucked up, but I mean, I did it as well. So the abused, on the other hand, I don't want to call it a victim because it's two-way street. There's always some kind of weird. You can always say stop. You can always stand up for yourself. You still always look hell, but you can always walk away. So I just gave you four options. That's why I don't like to use the word victim, because it's a two-way street. And the abuse is probably relooping childhood trauma. Now, there's so much repression and so much unconsciousness is that we do have a tendency to get into this loop because we're trying to fix an issue. There's something wrong with us. We keep engaging in the loop, which means, for example, we switch the abusive partner every 2 years, but it always becomes the same dynamic, or bad job, or we're unhappy and miserable, blah, blah, blah. It's also a million thing, it's like submissive and dominant. The dominant person gets to feel good because of the hormones. The submissive one gets to be the victim. Roll over, don't kill me, please. I'm worthless, and I live? Yay! Do you like me? Do you like me? Do you like me? Can I please you? Can I please you? Ha ha ha. Maybe in the end, however, it's all like self abuse and self hatred, stemming from self hatred. So we're basically using the abusive relationship to punish ourselves for sins we have half forgotten. It's a very interesting dynamic, isn't it? So, for some reason, we We loved the other. We found her as a little wounded cat. We gave her all our love and our affection. And then when she was healed, when the doctor said she's healthy, she left me for another man on the prowl. So we really wanted to work this thing. If the other one could just see it, see how much we love her, how much we care, how good we would be together. If she could just see, could let go of her issues, but she couldn't. Maybe she did after me, but it's us. It's us because we allow it. It's us because we go with it. It's us because we're naive. Something in the universe punishes naivety. We have no control over the other person, so we barely control ourselves, don't we? We have to let go, we have to move on. But it's so hard to move on, it's so hard to let go. It's something was in there that hooked us emotionally. How did she hook me? The first days were amazing. And I wanted to care for her, I wanted to protect her, I wanted to hold her in my arms, keep her safe. The abuser abuses, and the abuse plays along. Does not stand up for himself. And usually, when you stand up for yourself, like things change. Like, even if the other one is physically so overpowering, there's a certain respect, there's a certain, maybe I shouldn't, or somebody has some claws, some teeth, maybe, she can gossip, whatever. Uh, of course, once you get into an abuser abuse relationship, there's like some rot that's starting to spread, and it's gonna become very hard to get rid of that. Do all relationships start off smooth and good? Probably not, but I think the majority of good relationships do, You meet each other, you're both open, able, willing, and it matches. You have a little bit of experience from previous partners, blah, blah. And of course, then there's the loss of respect because you let yourself being walked over, being disrespected, like the abuser loses respect, the abused builds up resentment, and it's very hard to fix this, I suppose. A good question to ask is, why do I desire this thing, this woman? What is it inside of me that can't me make move on? That was a wrong sentence structure, but why can't I let go? Why can't I move on? Why can't I find a younger, better one? Because I love her. She was really cool. She was funny. She had style. She was teaching children. There's these little mannerisms that she had. Elisa, I still love you. So the thing is, we have this fire in us, fire of love and affection and lust, of course. We pinpoint this person, this target. And this fire is internal, so it's there. We have to give it to someone. But it might be the best option to give it to someone who thinks you're amazing. And it's a mutual fire, not one person pouring all his love and affection into the other one who discards it, treats you like shit. I mean, of course, there were the good moments, the hook. So, to let go, to move on, to find another partner, because that's what That's the way to go. See you next time.